Hello everybody! Hi guys! Hello, 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 hello! Hi, I hope you're doing well. Happy Saturday. If it's Saturday for you, happy weekend. I hope you guys are having a lovely weekend, a lovely end to your December. It's the 27th for me, which means it's a lucky number day. Who knows what could happen? I have no clue. Also, apologies for starting a little late today. I was dealing with some life stuff, but everything is all good. Everything is okay, and I'm so happy to be here now. Thank you for waiting for me. Kodama, hello. Zonk, hello. Butterfree, hello. Iker, hello. Thief, hello. Snow Angel, hello. Sus, hello. Hi. Welcome in, everybody. Also, Thief, thank you for saying hi. I hope you're doing well. Always good to have you here. Here's a Laro for the stream. Laro. Thank you guys so much for being here again. I hope we're doing all right. Hello Adam. Hi Adam, welcome in. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. I have just been dealing with annoying life things today, but also trying to get apartment stuff in order. My screen is flickering. I don't really know what that means. Okay, that's concerning. Anyways, hopefully everything looks fine for you guys. I have no clue why it's doing that. It's concerning. Anyways, moving on. Hopefully it'll just not do that anymore. Nice hairdo! Thank you so much. I wanted my hair to be up today. It's a hair up kind of day. It looks good. Okay, I'll take it. Suheito, hello! Welcome in, welcome in. Are you guys excited to play some more Silk Song today? I'm so excited. I had to cut it a little short, but tonight we can run late, hopefully, so that we can get a lot done. We did get a lot done yesterday, though. We got like 4 bosses or something, I think it was technically 4 because we did the Clover Dancers, we did the Pinstress right at the end, we did Lost Garmond, and we did, oh there it is, Crawfather. Yes, we got summoned to Craw Court. That was very cool. Comrade, hello! And Tyler, hello! Love my hair. Hope I win. Thank you. Can't stay long, but wanted to say hi. Thank you for saying hi. Always good to just have you guys pop in, obviously. I know I make jokes about it, but nobody is ever nobody's ever judged or questioned for just popping in. And I'm sure you know that already. Always just grateful to have you guys whenever you can, and it's always a good time. So how about that? Anyways, in terms of what's going on in the world, I have no clue. Conjure talks about me having to show up and just wanted to say I made it. Yeah, we have a mass group text that goes out to thousands of people. So everybody should be clocking in shortly. Never been a bad time here. Thank you, Brian. Thank you. Jones, hello, welcome in. I think I've just been like kind of wrapped up in Stranger Things news still. And then just being annoyed at people who are trying to be contrarians by saying that Marty Supreme wasn't that good. Bro, just say that you don't like to have fun and move on. Like, literally just say you don't like to have fun and move on. I'm sorry. Like, if you don't like that movie, I'm just gonna assume you're not a fun person. I apologize. I'm making sweeping generalizations here, but I don't even care. Chum! Hello, hi Chum. Welcome in. Clocking in bright and early. Hi Chum. Also Veru, hello, welcome in. Hi, how am I? I am okay. I'm okay. I was dealing with annoying life stuff. But everything is good. I have an interesting family situation. I've talked about it a little bit. Obviously, not with like too many details or emotions or anything like that, because I frankly don't think it's necessary. I'm an adult, and I've lived on my own since I was 19. But this time of year especially, things just sometimes start surfacing for people, and then I feel like a part of me is pulled many different ways. I don't know if anybody can relate to this conversation. So it's kind of, the past 2 days have been, you know, a version of me being pulled different ways, and then me being, you know, myself and knowing what's best, but still also trying to manage that, and it's just the holidays, man. It's things are slowing down. Everybody has more time to think. Everybody has more time to process and all this stuff, and so I kind of expect it. I prepare for it mentally every year, but then still sometimes I'm like, oh, okay, holidays. But this is not a complaint. I'm very grateful to be in the place in my life that I am, where I can look at these situations and I can feel so separate from them. You know what I mean? And I don't rely on anybody for anything. It's not like I need to give myself to anybody. It's a choice that I make, and then I'm still kind of learning as I'm in my 20s how to give, but also keep for myself. I don't know if that makes sense. Hopefully it does. I don't know. What did I just say? If I have to see another writer or another article explaining what their writing/acting was supposed to convey, I may Game of Thrones myself. Okay, we're talking about Stranger Things. I keep seeing things where people are like, I keep seeing things where it's like, the Duffer Brothers explained in this article that this is what this scene actually meant. And I'm like, bro, if you have to explain how this, like, what the scene was supposed to convey. But the thing is like, their explanations that they're giving is what I perceived when I was watching the scene. So now I'm like, kind of just like, I think it's like a combination of the Duffer Brothers not being the best writers, right? But then also media, poor media literacy in our generations. So I think those two things together, are just not going very well. Like the Jonathan and Nancy scene, I'm sorry, spoilers for Stranger Things. I don't know if anybody gives a damn. I don't care. But there's a Jonathan and Nancy scene, and to me, when I was watching the scene, I was like, oh, this is a great breakup scene. You know what I mean? Like, breakup scenes don't have to be like, I'm breaking up with you, and I hate you, and we have nothing in common. Like, I've had multiple breakups where it's literally ended, and we've been like, I love you so much. I love you. Like, and then it ends anyways. And so for me, I was watching that scene and I was like, okay, yes, very clearly a breakup scene. They hugged it out, how sweet. They thought they were gonna die together, instead of using this moment and trauma bonding more, which I really do feel like the majority of their relationship has been just like a trauma bond. They used it and confessed like, hey, I love you, but I don't think we're right for each other, or I don't know what I want right now, and so I don't want to do that to you. And then I was like, yeah, this makes complete sense. And then I like go online and everybody's like, so did they break up or did they not break up? And I was like, well, I thought I was under the impression that they broke up. I was under the impression that they broke up. I don't know. And then the writers came out and they did an interview, and the writers were like, to confirm, Jonathan and Nancy did break up. And I was like, okay, well, I thought we were all on the same page about that. Anyways, looking great, mate. Hope you're having a great holiday season. You too, Thief. You guys are all looking great too. I like your guys's top. Where'd you get your top? It's really cute. The Gap is cool now. Gap is cool. Ever since the Cat's Eye ad. Well, I think it was before that. But the Cat's Eye ad got me back in on Gap, and I was like, actually, this place rocks. I need to shop here. You ever heard of Gap? You've ever heard of it? Actually, topless right now? Oh my god. What the hell? Never seen Stranger Things, but that sounds like a good breakup scene. Exactly. Are you spoiling a show that I'll never watch right now? I'm so sorry. My bad. I apologize. Timmy Chalamet has some haters, I hear. My thing that I really, really like about Timothy Chalamet, is that he is unapologetically, what's the word I'm trying to think of for? Like, I'm not saying unapologetically ostentatious. I feel like maybe ostentatious is the wrong word, because and then braggadocious is the wrong word. I'm trying to think of a more like I like how he's just unapologetically like full of himself, but not like full of himself, but like he has a right to be full of himself. You know what I mean? Like he is incredibly talented and he knows he's incredibly talented. And when people ask him like, "Oh, hey, how are you doing what you're doing?" He's like, "Oh, I do it because I've worked really hard for a long time and I'm incredibly talented." You know, he's not like one of those people that's like, "I don't know, like sometimes things just happen and I'm just so very grateful and I have no clue how it could happen to someone like me." He's like, "No, I've worked incredibly hard and I'm very good at what I do and that's why I did it." You know? And so I actually really like that in a person. I like that in a person because it makes sense, you know? Your favorite part about him is that he's dating a Kardashian. He's actually dating a Jenner. He's actually dating Kylie Jenner. So does anyone know about the I was literally just watching a YouTube video on this, but I've known about her for years. There's this lady, and I don't remember her name, but her name online is Club Chalamet, and she's like the #1 Timothy Chalamet fan. Like, you know when like people like stake out of like celebrities' hotels and things, and like they like, you know, they like stalk them and like whatever and wait for the people to come out so they can take pictures with them. Like she's one of those people that like when you look at like, you know, like paparazzi photos of Timothy Chalamet, like you always see her like lurking in the background. Anyway, she went on like a full crash out after Timothy Chalamet and Kylie Jenner started dating and like broke down how the whole thing is like PR and all this stuff. It was hilarious. She's an icon. I love her. She calls Kylie Slurpee, like Slurpee, but I can't remember why she calls her that, and I hope it's not something too bad. Why does she call her that? I can't, it's literally, this was like deep in a YouTube video. I'm not gonna be able to look this up. Nobody's gonna have any information on this. I should have the information. What the hell am I doing? Who else is Googling ostentatious definition? I mean, it's just like, it's the opposite of humble, I suppose, right? It's the same show that features Uma Thurman and Ethan Hawke's daughter, right? Yes, Stranger Things has, what's her name? Maya Hawke. Maya Hawke is her name, yeah. She's alright. Everybody's just alright. The only person that I get really excited about is Joe Keery, but I'm a huge fan of Joe, you know, the band, DJO. I'm a huge fan, so I'm swayed. I don't know if it's actually because his performance is great. Is Slurpee an insult or a compliment? I don't think it's a compliment. Carity, hello, thank you for saying hi. I hope you're doing well. Hello, Carity. Hello. Also spooky. Someone made the point online that Timothy Chalamet is an artist but has an athlete's mentality in terms of how he talks about himself. Yeah, I can see that. I feel like a lot of artists are encouraged to be more sensitive and self-aware and all of these things, but like that can very quickly lean into like, okay, well, the way that I become more sensitive and self-aware and relatable and all these things is by being self-deprecating, you know, and by putting myself down so that you can relate to me in some way. And I think that I think I hate it. I don't think I like it. I think I'd prefer honesty. I think if you think you're the shit, and you should think you're the shit because everybody has that thing that is great about themselves, that you should proudly say, "Hey, I'm the shit and I'm great at this thing." So, exactly. You started playing Lies of P and the main character looks like Timothy Chalamet. That's so true. That is true. He is Timothy Chalamet, isn't he? Good old P. Oh, this is making me miss Lies of P. Well, I'm so excited to see what their devs do next. That was the other thing. I was like, I don't know, at the Game Awards, I was like, what if we get like some hint of what they're doing next? Because we already got kind of a hint of what they're doing next. So I was like, okay, maybe they have like something, but nothing happened. But it's okay. I don't even know. That doesn't even seem like the kind of thing that they would do, honestly. Considering they like shadow drop their DLC, I don't think they're big on like crazy promotions or anything like that. But I want to know. Wizard of Oz? That would be so sick. There's a fine line to walk there if you got it shredded, but you have to actually have it. Dude, yeah, speaking of. Because you have Marty Supreme. And he definitely had it. but also his overconfidence was the thing that ultimately led to his demise. His overconfidence without, you know, being able to, you know, follow through on things was what ultimately led to him not dying. I said demise, but you know what I'm saying. That's not a spoiler. Okay. Well, actually, yeah, spoiler. Mighty Supreme doesn't die at the end of Mighty Supreme. I don't know if anybody was worried that was gonna happen. It's not that kind of movie. Okay, no, one of them was a show, one of them was a movie. All right, and I actually haven't said many things about either of them. So how about that? Is it Timothée Chalamet's birthday? What the hell? Is that true? He's a Capricorn? W Capricorn. My brother's a Capricorn. My brother's birthday was actually yesterday. I love my brother. He's my only full sibling. He's great. He's very cool. I love him dearly. I think about him all the time. He lives far away, but yeah, he's a Capricorn, which means that he thinks I'm insane. Does he at least join the Supremes? I guess it's around the same time. Happy birthday, May's brother! Oh my god, thank you. Thank you. I'll tell him you said happy birthday, Butterfree. I'll tell him you said happy birthday. We should start playing Silk Song. Once again, sorry for starting late. Everything's all right. It was just one of those situations, unavoidable. But I'm very happy to be here now, and I'm excited to play some Silk Song with you guys. Yay! Yay! Tell him you said born. Born! Me when I'm born. Me when I'm born. Okay, this is the game we're